our relatives of the sea really goes back to Ko-Kwal-Alwoot, one of my relatives, and she's presently known today as the Maiden of Deception Pass. And you can go out and visit a wooden sculpture of her out there at Rosario Beach near Deception Pass, which was a place that I was honestly so privileged to live at, which is insane for me because that's my ancestral territory. I shouldn't have to say it's a privilege to live there because not many of my people have been able to live there since we were removed from that territory. And so for me to be able to go back there and to work on my relationship with that place was honestly empowering, and it has in many ways sculpted me into the leader that I am today. Just being able to spend time with the land there, the water there, and reconnect with the ancestors of that place, including Ko-Kwal-Alwoot. So Ko-Kwal-Alwoot was the daughter of the chief of the Swinomish people. And one day she was out on the beach harvesting shellfish. And as she was reaching down to grab one, it kept slipping from her hands. And it just didn't make sense to her. And so she kept following it out into the water. And at one point, she had followed it pretty far out. And as she went to reach to grab it, a hand reached out from the water and frightened her, and he told her that he just wanted to admire her beauty. And she didn't think much of it and just let it go. And then it happened again, and he told her that he wanted to marry her. She told him that she wasn't able to marry him because she didn't know who his people were. She's the daughter of the chief, and it's basically expected of her to marry somebody of class, of the same class as her family. And he told her, you know who my family is, you know who my people are. And if you don't marry me, you will know, you will start to see how important our people are to your people. And so as the days started to go by, there weren't any shellfish to be harvested. The fish didn't come back. The springs started to dry up, and her people were starving. The mothers didn't have milk to feed their babies. The elders were getting frail and coming close to death. And they realized who his family was very quickly. He came from the Sea Kingdom, and he came back and asked her father for her hand in marriage. And at first her father said no, but by then she was ready because she couldn't continue to watch her elders die, the babies suffer, the mamas suffer. And so she made the decision to marry him and to join the people of the Sea Kingdom and to go and to live in the sea. And her father made him promise that he would never keep her from her people, that she would always be able to come back and visit when she started to miss her homelands and her people. And she did. She came back after her first year, and she was happy to see everyone, but there was a sense of coldness about her, and she had a longing to be back in the water with her new family, with the sea people. And she came back every year for the first 4 years, and each time she came back, something was different about her. She started to grow barnacles on her face, and she just was much more sad and depressed every time she came back. And so her people told her, you don't have to come back anymore. We know you're with us. We know you're always here, taking care of us, looking out for us. And she told them that she could look for her in the kelp beds. And so now we believe that when you see all the kelp, that's Ko-Kwal-Alwoot looking out for you and checking up on you. And she continues to take care of us to this day. You know, we still have fish runs. We're still able to go harvest the shellfish, the crabs. You know, we continue to maintain that relationship with the people of the Sea Kingdom. And so that's where our relationship comes from, you know, and it goes beyond that. Like, this is just one family story of how important and powerful it is to have kinship, you know, beyond just us as human beings. It goes far beyond that, because these salmon, these clams, these oysters, these crab, the whales, the deer, you know, those are our relatives, and we've had agreements with them, and we've taken care of each other since time immemorial. And that's just part of our story, you know, and it's just one story that people don't always get to hear or learn from.